someone would be so kind as to loan me a deck of cards. Oh, there we go. Let's see what we can do with said deck of cards. Okay, we should probably inspect them. So those look like normal backs if I was judging them here, and the fronts, they look pretty normal as well. Now, what is it that we could do with these cards? Well, I suppose we could take half of them, right, and put them on my hand, and maybe we even turn them face up. Okay, so we've got half the pack face up, half the pack face down. So the cards are facing each other. How peculiar. Well, what if we took one card from the bottom and we gave it a little magic rub such that when we put it back, all the cards are now in the right direction. So I'll have you know that trick was a big hit with my toddler. So this is the first trick out of the Railroad to Card Magic. And this is one that's out of the overhand shuffle section, although there's really no overhand shuffle in this. It's just a kind of an entry-level trick for presentation. And it says to use a borrowed deck for it, because then, you know, people know there's no gimmicks, but it's just a little bit of misdirection and a little bit of keeping a card hidden. It's actually using a technique from later, like palming a card. So I'll kind of show you how it works. Again, I'm not a magician. This is like my day 2 of working through this book and card tricks and things like that. But this is you know, an ordinary deck of cards, right? When I get the deck of cards, I can do whatever I want with it. You know, I can be like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, shuffle it. You know, I can even get an overhand shuffle. Doesn't matter. I can have someone, you know, cut it, I can cut it, it doesn't matter. But what I'll do is I'll start by getting into this grip here, and I would bring up and inspect the backs of the cards. When I do that, I'm then gonna come over, I'm gonna get my thumb here and 3 fingers on top, and I'm gonna flip that over, just like so. Then, you know, I'll say that, well, the backs looks normal, what about the fronts? And when I come in, I'm gonna basically push this card down here, this bottom card. And then I'm gonna look at, you know, the fronts. I'll come in and I'll do that same move here and square the deck. So what that does is all the cards are really facing face down, except for this one card here. So I'll come over, I'll split the deck, you know, and I'm gonna show this here, and I'm gonna put those over there. So now I've got these cards going face up here, and I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna say I'm gonna put the deck on top of my hand, or I can even come in and I'm gonna say I'm gonna put it, you know, face up on top of my hand. But the idea is showing the audience that we're gonna have half the deck that is face up and half the deck that is face down, but realistically the entire deck is face up except for the one card that we flipped. So when I do that, I come in, I'm then gonna take that bottom, okay, putting in, again, these are all face up cards except for the top one. Don't wanna show the bottom card, so I'm coming in this way, closing that down right like that. And then from there, all I have to do is I have to remember that the top card is the flipped card. So whatever I wanna do, I can, you know, show them this side, I can show it this time, I can rotate it in my hands, I can, you know, do a couple of things, but just so long as I remember where that card is. And I wanna put it in such a way that it's on the bottom, okay? Because then what I'll do is I'll pull off my face up card from the bottom, and I'm gonna show them to that. And then I can, any kind of thing that I wanna do. I did the magic rub, but you could like slap it down and go, ah, abracadabra, or whatever. That's in the book. You know, I could give it a little flap, right? And then, you know, I could toss that one out, and then I could show that all these cards are the same way, you know, in any way that I want to do that. So really simple a trick. It's the first trick out of the overhand shuffle section of Railroad to Card Magic, even though it does not contain an overhead hand shuffle. So hopefully the next trick that we come back for contains one. We'll see you then.